Hey guys, how to protect yourself as an empath. There's so many of us out there that when we awaken and go through our own spiritual awakening, whether you had already done that in your life or whether you're somebody like me who just like woke up really fast, you become pretty sensitive. And as you become sensitive, the outer world is a lot for you. And sometimes it is harder to be around people than anything else. And so you stay away from people or you will seclude yourself. And here's the thing. You were sent here because you have a gift of empathy. And I get this question so much. How do I protect myself? How do I protect myself? It's not about protecting yourself anymore. It's about doing the inner work. We're being asked now as empaths to do the inner work because the gift that we have is going to be used. It's time for it to actually express itself and utilize it. So the thing is that so many of us are being triggered by our outside environment. Whether it be your parent say something, whether it be a friend, and it's just so heavy on you, right? And you're just like, oh, like I keep absorbing other people's shit. Well, here's the thing. You would not be absorbing other people's shit if you didn't have shit. Frequency attracts frequency, right? And so there's something called the shadow frequency that we're all basically having to deal with right now. And this is what we are being asked as empaths to really look at ourselves. Because you guys, what is within is without. If you still have a shadow frequency within you, in your DNA, it will manifest in your environment. So just remember this, download this. This is foundational. Your DNA creates your reality. Your DNA creates your reality. And your shadow frequencies are handed down in your family. Through epigenetics, we can prove that. So the shadow frequencies that you hold, like for me, it was really ego, it was separation. I noticed my mom did it and I did it, and there was just a lot of self-sabotage. So these shadow frequencies are being purged right now. And because you're an empath, you have the gift of feeling. So it's your job now to feel. This is the process of going through your awakening as an empath, and you're going to shift out of the shadow frequency to the gift frequency. But you can't do that until you feel and you go through the process, what's called contemplation. So contemplation is when you're being triggered by your outside environment and it triggers something within you to feel. And it's so heavy on you. In the past, maybe you weren't going and feeling it. And so what happens is that when you're not feeling it, you're secluding yourself from facing your inner shadow. So next time you find yourself saying, I'm too sensitive, I can't be around them, it's within you. They are being a mirror of what is within you, and they are just the tool in your reality to show you that it's still within you. And that's okay. That's okay. Because our gift of feeling, that's what we're good at, right? So we're learning how to feel. So next time you get triggered, feel. Don't try to set boundaries or put limits or seclude yourself or whatever. Go sit down and just feel. And feel your body and just feel how it tingles and feel how it just kind of gets irked. And your nervous system is kind of just like, I don't like this. That's the reason why you're not feeling, is because you don't feel safe to feel. We grew up with no, stop crying. And so a lot of us never felt safe to feel. So it's actually not safe to be in our bodies because our bodies are what feel, right? And so we go through a process of disassociation. We tend to numb the feeling. Or, this might trigger a lot, but if you're an empath, a lot of us actually get stuck in the victim consciousness, to where when we're feeling, we get so wrapped up in the feeling that we just get so like, oh my gosh, I can't feel. Oh my God, I'm feeling. It's too much. Oh my God, I have to stay away. And you get stuck in the feeling. and you get stuck in the victim consciousness. So the first step is feeling. You've got that down, right? Now it's time to be in the feeling and start making yourself feel safe to feel. And in that process, you're going to take full responsibility and not blame anyone outside of you for making you feel anything. Yes, you are an empath. Yes, you can feel other people. But when that feeling is making you feel like a victim and you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't feel, that's why. It's because it's still within you. So it's being manifested on the outside, and that person who made you feel that way is just a tool to get you to see that it's still within you. So as you're feeling in these victim moments, try to pop out of your reality, right? And this is the whole contemplation process. It's the ability to just be and to contemplate without thinking too much, without getting stuck in the feelings. It's just feeling and being able to see the bigger picture. So this is the process. You'll feel, sometimes you'll get stuck, maybe sometimes you'll start blaming yourself, maybe you'll stay in the feeling for a little while. But what happens is that when you let yourself feel and you feel safe to feel, you can then start taking responsibility and say, I did this, I chose this, I did this, I chose this, I chose this path. No one made me feel anything. And once you start realizing that, your aura, your energy, your life force will stop being sucked from you to that person, and you take back your power. You take back all your power, because no one makes you feel anything. You make yourself feel something. They're just a tool to show you what's still in you. So what'll happen is, as you're going through the contemplation process and you're feeling, what'll happen is that sometimes you'll get frustrated with yourself, or maybe you're having a hard time letting go of what it is. And that's when the embodiment comes in. So let's say you're struggling with control and you're struggling with letting go of control. You're going to manifest something in your reality that are going to make you feel all the feelings, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, why can't I let go of control? In those moments, it's time to be mindful and to embody them and to see with a bigger picture perspective that there's other moments manifesting in your life right now that are showing you, hey, you're still controlling. That's why you keep blaming yourself. That's why you're still stuck in the victim consciousness, because you're not embodying it and being mindful and changing that. So you're going to shift and you're going to start noticing, oh my gosh, so where can I take moments to let go of control in my life? And as you start to embody it, you start to apply it, it takes a little time. You got to be patient. You got to have compassion. You got to have empathy for yourself, because it's going to take time. That's why this whole spiritual bypassing thing, it's not going to work anymore. You have to embody, and it's okay. Just know that in those moments of contemplation and in the process of feeling, you're going to have to feel. You're gonna have to take responsibility for that feeling and not be a victim anymore. Because here's the thing, you have a gift, a really, really special gift within you. And once you start taking responsibility, you start embodying, you go, oh my gosh, I have a gift. I have a gift of feeling. Whoa. So that means that I can feel other people. Next time when somebody makes me feel something, I realize I've detached from taking it personally. There you go. There's the key. Once you detach from taking it personally and you know that it's not about you, you're just a tool, you'll start seeing that that person is making you feel that way because somebody made them feel that way. And that's like the big shift, is you're like, oh my gosh, this is why I'm here. I'm a tool, not taking it personally. Okay, I took control. I am taking creator responsibility in my life. This person I'm feeling these feelings. All right. You go to that person and say, I'm not going to take this personally. I want you to know you are loved and do whatever you want. You can leave the situation. But what you'll start to realize is that this gift of feeling is where we're going to lead the awakening in just being ourselves. We are creating space for ourselves and be able to feel. And once you start getting comfortable feeling, what'll happen is that you'll be comfortable feeling in front of other people. So the thing is that a lot of us don't have a safe space to feel, and a lot of people are so weird about feeling that if you start crying in front of them, they don't know what to do. So sometimes you're gonna have to take yourself out of that situation and just go create a safe space for yourself and just let yourself feel. Because a lot of the time people will try to make you feel better, and that's the unbalanced feminine. It tries to fix the problems and it tries to mitigate the pain and take it on without letting that person feel. So my job is not to mitigate the pain and to ease your pain. It's to hold space for you while you feel that pain. Does that make sense? So be really aware of that as an empath too, is that we're not supposed to take on other people's stuff and transmute it for them. This was a big shift for me. I'm just supposed to hold space and let them know that it's safe, and I can hold space the more and more that I am facing my own shadow frequency. So as this starts happening, you're going to want to be around other people who are also able to hold space for you, and that feeling is totally fine. And that's why we created our Wake Tribe, is that we created a safe space for people to feel. Even last night we had a sound healing where we all literally, Chris, who was doing the sound healing, he was like, everybody feel, I'm gonna bang on the gong and everybody's gonna scream and cry and get it all out. And we all did. And it was like an hour and a half long. And then afterwards we had a bonfire. So that's what I mean, is that some of us don't have the tribe, some of us don't have the community like I didn't. And before, I had to create the safe space for myself to feel. And through that process is what we as empaths are supposed to do. And as you start to take your power back, you're going to be realizing that it's safe to feel. And this is going to affect the way you're eating and what you're consuming. So as you start feeling again, you're going to actually feel what you're putting in your body. And it's not going to feel good. And you're going to get more sensitive to foods. And that's when you're going to have to level up and listen to your body. But if you're an empath and you're having trouble feeling other people, this is also why what you're consuming has everything to do with it. Okay, so if you're eating toxins and pesticides and chemicals, those actually attach to your body and they make you hold on to energy, and they actually affect your aura, your plasmic energy, and they suck the life force out of you. So if you're not hydrated, drinking the right water, if you're not eating the right foods, it's going to be harder for those emotions to flow off of you, because your body isn't in a state to heal itself. When your body is in a full state to heal itself, no matter what's in your environment, it's able to filter it out. So for me, because I'm drinking the right water and I'm eating the right foods, my body has the ability to filter out. So if I eat something bad, you guys, I instantly go to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, cool, that just got out real quick. Or I'll sweat or I'll cry or whatever it is. It's cool to have your body be able to filter itself, and that's the goal. And we won't need as many detoxes all the time, because your body will actually be in that natural state all the time. And this is crucial because most people are dehydrated, and what happens when you're dehydrated is that your sympathetic nervous system is firing and your parasympathetic, which is the rest and rejuvenate, can't activate. So when you're hydrated, drinking the right water, this is crucial. Water, emotions. There's lots of correlations here. When you're fully hydrated, you're able to flow. Okay, the energy isn't stuck. That's super important. So when you're going throughout your life and maybe you're having trouble with your diet, it might be because you don't feel safe to feel, so you'll look to food to numb it. And that's what binge eating is. You're numbing, you're not feeling. And a lot of people use oral fixations like cigarettes and things in their mouth. That's actually numbing feelings. So that's a whole nother video, but it's really cool because you guys, as you start activating yourself and you start taking control of your life, I don't want to say taking control, I want to say becoming a creator and taking responsibility. We're freeing ourselves of the victim consciousness. It don't matter who puts anything in our food. I'm not blaming Monsanto. I'm taking control of that. You start activating your DNA, and as you start activating your DNA, it becomes really easy to eat healthier and to do good things that you're trying so hard right now to do. You know, it's almost like people who are restricting themselves. It's all about the intention. Like if I was restricting myself from eating cooked foods, because I'm mainly raw fruit based, if I was restricting myself, that would not be serving me. I naturally crave this food because I have activated myself to be able to feel in my body, and I like the way fruit makes me feel, right? It just feels good. So I hope this helps with your process as an empath. You do not need to protect yourself anymore. You are infinite. Your energy is infinite. I love you all.